So we're going to start off in a child's pose. And the goal of the child's pose is to make your back flat. You're going to have your knees wide, your big toes touching. Shift your butt back toward your heels. You'll probably feel some stretching through the tops of your thighs. And if you can't get your butt all the way to your heels, that's fine. So if you start to feel some tension in your knees or some discomfort beyond the point of stretching, then you can bring your hips forward a little bit. And then walk your arms out in front of you. Straighten your arms. You want to have them about shoulder width distant, fingers spread nice and wide, pressing your hands into the ground. And then relax your forehead onto the ground. Now, if your forehead doesn't touch the ground, you can also use a block to rest your head on the block. We do want to have your head relaxed onto something, so if your head doesn't touch the ground immediately, use a block to help get you there. As you're doing this, you also want to tighten your abs. So you want to think of pulling your belly button toward your lower back and pressing your lower back toward the ground. So abs are tight and engaged. We want to draw the ribs in. So instead of splaying open your chest and getting your chest open, we actually want to draw the ribs in a little bit. So we're tightening through the chest, and that's going to help us get a better stretch through the shoulders. And I want you to start slowing down your breathing here. So breathing in and out of the nose. Try to make 4-second inhales and 4-second exhales. As you exhale, see if you can relax a little bit more. And you might be able to move the block away now. If you've been using the block and resting on your head, you might be able to bring your head all the way down to the ground now without the block. You'll feel some stretching here again in the thighs, in your quadriceps. You'll feel some stretching through your shoulders, your chest, and maybe through your back as well. And again, the goal here is to bring your spine back to neutral. So moving out of the rounded kind of forward position with bad posture and moving into a straight spine. All right, and then from here we're going to go up into a tabletop position, hands under your shoulders, knees under hips, and we're going to work on arching and rounding your back. So first thing, arch your back, pull your head forward, lift your butt up, look forward, try to bring your neck away from your shoulders, try to push your head away from your neck so you're making your neck as long as possible. And then exhale to round, press down through your hands, pull your head toward your hips, tuck your chin to your throat. And again, arch, so pulling your chest forward, getting your chest to look forward, pressing your head away from your shoulders, making your neck long, and then moving into a rounding position, pressing down through your hands, lifting your back toward the ceiling, or pushing your back toward the ceiling rather, lightly squeezing your legs toward one another. All right, now let's incorporate the breathing. Inhale to arch your back, pulling forward, getting the chest forward, bringing your head up, and then exhaling to round, back up toward the ceiling, chin pulling toward the chest, knees squeezing in toward one another. Do 3 more of these. So again, inhaling to pull your chest forward and arch your back. You want to focus on lengthening from the mid-back up through the back of your head. And again, exhaling to round. So as office workers, if you're watching this and you are an office worker, or if you have bad posture in general, the most significant part of this movement is arching your back and working on lengthening from the mid-back up through your head. Rounding is going to be easy for you because that's the position that you're in on a regular basis, right? That's that bad posture position that we're in. But arching your back is going to be more difficult because we don't do that as much. You want to get a little bit deeper every time you do this. So maybe arching up just a little bit higher, maybe getting just a little bit longer through your back as you move through this cat-cow exercise. All right, go ahead and relax. And now I'm going to have you grab the blocks, and we're going to work on some lunges. So we're going to work on sinking deeper into a lunge, working on opening up your groin, everything that gets tight when you are sitting at the office. So block on either side of the mat near the front. Bring both feet up between the blocks, and from here we're just going to take a big step back into a lunge. So hands on the block, take a big step back with your left foot as far as you can, knee over your ankle and your front foot, and I want you to work on pressing your right heel as hard as you can into the ground so you'll feel the right hip engage. We want to keep the weight in the hips. You're also going to feel stretching through the front of your left thigh, and you can work on squeezing your left knee up. So don't let your knee collapse, but squeeze your left thigh, and that will help you get a deeper stretch. We're just here for 2 more breaths. I want you to pull your chest forward now. Try to make a straight line from your back heel to your head. So one thing I recommend for people is that they use a mirror so you can see what your body actually looks like. And that way you'll know whether or not you're doing the posture correctly. All right, and then we're going to relax that back knee down. Just very slowly relax the left knee to the ground. Now, if your knee touches the ground and it's painful to rest your knee on the ground, use a washcloth or use a towel or a sweatshirt or whatever it is to give your knee a little bit of cushion, a little bit of support. And then we're going to lift up using the blocks. So press your hands into the blocks, maybe come up to your fingertips on the blocks, still pushing down through the right hip, and deepen that stretch through the front of the left hip. So we should be feeling a stretch through the groin, should be feeling a stretch through the left hip flexor right now. And again, lifting your chest up to open up your chest and open up your posture. We're allowing the hips to sink forward. So as you exhale, relaxing your hips forward, feeling a deeper stretch through the hips. And we're going to hold this for about a minute. So if you spend a lot of time at the desk, you need to spend a lot of time countering it in order to bring your body back into a neutral position. So if you're sitting at a desk all day, that means that we have to do, at least a few minutes of hip stretching in order to open your hips back up. So this is important, not just so your hips are staying strong and mobile, but also so when you go into other workouts that you're not working with the same imbalances that you've created through the day, throughout the day by sitting. So this is bringing your body back to a neutral position, which is going to allow you to move way better. This will help to reduce pain in your back, and this is going to help you improve your posture too. Again, still sinking into the hips, still pressing the hips forward, still pushing down firmly through the right foot here, feeling that stretch through the left hip. If you want, you can even stack blocks here. So if you have 4 blocks, or if you have something that you can bring your hands up to higher, you can use that to get up a little bit taller here and work a little bit deeper into your hips. Shouldn't be any pain in your back. You should be keeping the abs tight to protect your spine. All right, that should be enough. We're going to stand up all the way here, and I'm going to have you go into just a very brief standing back bend to work on opening up the chest a little bit more. So turn your feet so that they're facing straight forward. The insides of your feet are parallel with one another. Bring your arms straight up, and then look up, squeeze your arms back. Now, pull your head away from your shoulders. So I want you to make your neck as long as possible. You should feel the muscles in the back of your neck working here. So we're working on engaging those muscles, and those are the muscles you need to hold your head upright. But usually throughout the day, right, when you're kind of hunched over a computer, or if we're looking down at our phone, we're not using those muscles, so they're getting weak. So this is going to help open up, not only to open up your chest, but also strengthen the muscles that help with better posture. 5 more seconds here. See if you can squeeze your arms back just a little bit more. You'll feel that stretching through the armpits. Press down through the heels, lift up a little taller, and then release. All right, other side. So again, blocks on either side of your feet. Take a big step back with your right foot into a lunge. The knee is over the ankle in the left leg. We're pushing down hard through the left foot, so the left heel, pressing firmly into the ground, and we're going to feel the left glute, the hip, and the butt engage. Make sure that your right knee isn't sinking down here, so I want you to squeeze your right thigh, lift the knee, and we're also working on developing strength as we do this. So we're simultaneously opening up the hips. We're also developing core and hip strength for better lunges, better squats, even building muscle. I want you to aim your chest slightly forward, so see if you can lengthen the area from your pubic bone to your sternum. Trying to make a straight line from the back heel to the top of your head. Again, it helps to use a mirror here for this. All right, and then slowly, keeping that weight in the left leg for the most part, release your right knee to the ground. Again, if the right knee touches the ground and it's sensitive or it's painful, use a washcloth under the knee to help protect There's no point in doing the lunge with pain with the top of your knee on the ground. So if it does hurt, use a washcloth. And actually over time, as you strengthen your hips and you strengthen your thighs, the knee will become less sensitive and you'll be able to do it without a washcloth or without that extra cushion. And then again, starting to lift up your chest. So aiming your chest forward, using the blocks to help you lift upright. And the reason why we're using the blocks here as opposed to no blocks is because I want you to relax into this somewhat. We need to work on relaxing the hips forward in order to improve mobility. And it's difficult to relax the hips when there's a lot of active engagement. So the more straining, the more strenuous the posture is, the harder it is to relax. So by using our hands on the blocks here, we can take out some of the pressure that would be in your legs or in your core, and that means that it's easier for hips to relax, and it's easier for those muscles to stretch and to open up. So we're going to stay here for another minute, again, just like before on the other side, because it takes a lot of time to counter a seated position, especially if you're sitting down for 8 hours a day, 6-8 hours a day. We need to make sure that we're doing lunges at least once a day. I would recommend multiple times per day, probably 3 times per day, but let's start at once per day and we can work our way up from there. And then maybe if you want to come up to your fingertips for a little more active engagement, use the exhale to sink forward more. You don't have to go that far forward every time you exhale. It's minimal improvements, it's minimal changes with your exhales. So maybe you exhale and you go forward a full inch, but you might exhale and you might not move at all, but maybe you just relax into the pose a little bit more and it feels a little less intense than it did before because your body has adjusted. You can do 2 more breaths here. Still working on opening up your hips, so we should be feeling that stretch through the front of the right hip. You might be feeling something through the left groin as well. Keep your abs tight. We don't want to feel any pain in the back. And also keep your head upright, so we're working on our posture there as well. All right, and then let's go ahead and stand up, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, stand up all the way, and then we're going back to that standing back bend. Thanks for joining me for this workout today. Make sure you subscribe. We put out lots of videos like this on a very regular basis. And to get full access to all of my workouts, my programs, tutorials, and more, head to manfulyoga.com, sign up for a 7-day trial. It's just $1. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video.